Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome you tonight to the 25th Annual Telecommunicators Banquet. For those that I've not had the pleasure of meeting, my name is Debbie George. I'm the Chief of Staff and spokesperson for the City of Suffolk, and we are honored to have you all in our city tonight. I'm going to ask at this time if you would all stand for the posting of the colors by the Suffolk Police Department Honor Guard and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. As I look around, we have some very special guests with us tonight, and I'd like to take just a moment to recognize those guests. We have from the City of Chesapeake Police Department, Chief Calvin Wright and Deputy Chief Mark Zaleski. From the Norfolk Airport Police, Chief Jayward Hanna. From the Gloucester Sheriff's Office, Sheriff Darrell Warren. From the Hampton Police Department, Major Gene Troutman. From the Newport News Police Department, Police Chief James Fox and Assistant Chief W.T. Sturgis. From the Portsmouth Police Department, Chief Ed Hargis. And from the City of Suffolk, City Manager Selena Cuffey-Glenn and Deputy Chief Larry Wilson. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, if I skipped anybody, if you'll just let me know, I'll mention them later on in the program. But thank you all for being here. I have the honor at this time to introduce our city manager from the City of Suffolk, Selena Cuffey-Glenn.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the City of Suffolk City Council and the City Administration, welcome. It is with great pleasure that I say thank you for the extraordinary work you do every day to save lives in this region. You are that lifeline of defense for those of us on the other end of the telephone who may need comfort, assurance, and compassion. Thank you for your commitment to public service. You're present here tonight. And most of all, congratulations to all of the honorees. Thank you and welcome once again.
Before we start our dinner, we're going to have Lieutenant Tim Duncan from the Suffolk Police Department come forward for the invocation, and then they're going to start serving the meals.
I did take the time to write the prayer down so I would not be all night. Let us pray. Almighty God, we thank you for allowing us to arrive safely tonight, once again, to honor our emergency telecommunication operators for their selfless service to the citizens and emergency responders within the communities that they serve. Bless and protect their families and loved ones. Provide them strength and guidance when they encounter situations beyond the policy and procedure manual. And finally, Lord, bless us all here present and these your gifts which we're about to receive, and these we have received from your goodness. We ask this in your name. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your dinner. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to share with you tonight that in my position with the city, I've gotten to participate in a lot of special events, special programs of all shapes and sizes. But I was truly touched a few weeks ago when I received a telephone call from one of our emergency communication operators asking me to assist with tonight's event. You see, when I started my career with the city, it wasn't in city administration. It wasn't in media and community relations. It wasn't even as a sworn law enforcement officer. When I started my career with the city 25 years ago, it was in a small little room about the size of a closet with one radio and one big mic sticking out of the middle and a telephone that rang a whole lot. And back then, Deputy Chief Wilson was Patrolman Wilson, and oh my God, he liked to talk on the radio. But I can honestly say from experience that I know that it is one of the hardest jobs that you could ever have. And even back then, it wasn't nearly as sophisticated. We didn't have emergency medical dispatching. We didn't have wireless 911. We didn't have the ability to trace or anything like that all of you deal with day in and day out. But even at just the level that we had it 25 years ago, it was the hardest job I ever had. And you have nothing but my respect. And I really do appreciate you letting me be a part of tonight's program. With that said, we're going to now recognize some very special emergency operators from across Hampton roads. And to do that, I'm going to need a little assistance. From the city of Chesapeake, I'd like to ask Chief Kelvin Wright to join me at the podium. Chief Wright.
Good evening, everyone. The week of April 8th through 14th of 2012 has been proclaimed nationally as National Telecommunicators Week, and throughout the Virginia as Public Safety Telecommunicator Week. I want to personally thank each of our 911 communications professionals for the invaluable service and commitment to the people that you serve, the citizens, the businesses, the visitors in your city, not only during this week, but for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and 365 days each year. Your ethics, your morale, your moral values, your work principles, and overall dedication to the 911 professions makes me proud to be a public safety leader. You are public safety's first responder, and the professional whom each person calling 911 hopes answers the phone when they are in one of the worst moments of their life. You are their saving grace, their calming voice, and their hope for a better outcome. Chesapeake's Dispatcher of the Year is Dispatcher 2, Eric O'Connor. He is an 11-year Eric is an 11-year veteran and has always been an exceptional employee. He is highly committed to the 911 profession, to his coworkers, and to the citizens of our city. While often Dispatchers of the Year recipients are selected because of a single outstanding performance, He was selected by his peers for his consistent, outstanding performance on numerous high-priority calls, as well as his continually superior actions to enhance the team spirit and morale of the 911 Center. With staffing shortages, mandatory training, and last-minute illnesses, every center knows the pains of needing employees to fill gaps on short notices. Eric consistently volunteers for not only the last-minute shortages, but he often fills the least desirable gaps. Whenever one of his fellow dispatcher needs to switch work days or work assignments, he is quick and eager to help. He also has volunteered to help us with our 50th anniversary committee, commemorating the city's 50th anniversary, and the Employee Communications Committee. He is a communications training officer, providing our newest employees with the guidance and support they need to become exceptional call takers and dispatchers. His close attention to detail, superior knowledge of policies and procedures, and ability to improvise and take initiative to resolve problems makes him one of the center's most valued assets. I am proud to have Eric O'Connor as Dispatcher of the Year for the City of Chesapeake.
Thank you, Chief. I'd now like to welcome Sheriff Darrell Warren from Gloucester County.
Good evening. It's an honor for me to be here tonight in this room full of dedicated professionals. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the folks on the committee who put this banquet together. You've obviously done an outstanding job. For Gloucester, this decision was very difficult for us because I really feel like I have a great group of men and women who work very hard every day for the citizens of Gloucester County. However, there's one individual that stands out just a little bit based on her performance during a critical incident last year. If I could ask one of my senior dispatchers, Shelley Shelton, to join me on stage, please. As most of you are aware, on April 16th of last year, I believe while several of you were in James City County enjoying this same banquet, Gloucester County was directly impacted by a tornado, which claimed the lives of 3 individuals. Senior Dispatcher Shelton, along with a new dispatcher, were the only 2 operators in our center during the time. In a period of approximately 3 hours, we received approximately 800 911 calls for assistance. Shelley, I want to tell you this. During this time, your leadership and performance during this incident was exemplary. And I'm honored to be here tonight, and it's a privilege to present her with our Telecommunicator Award of the Year for Gloucester County.
Thank you, Sheriff. From the City of Hampton, Major Gene Troutman.
I'm pleased to announce the Hampton Police Division's Dispatcher of the Year Award goes to Ms. Angela Kephart. Ms. Kephart's a team player who always strives to find ways to contribute to the branch. She's extremely knowledgeable of the profession and is interested in sharing her knowledge with others. She mentors new employees and training instructors. Ms. Kephart leads by example. She's always on time and ready for duty. She understands the importance of portraying a professional image. She's dependable and willing to help with coverage on other shifts to ensure her coworkers get a day off. Ms. Kephart has also been a valuable asset to the training program. She spends time and energy updating lesson plans and coordinating presentations for police and fire. She revised our training manuals, ensuring that material was accurate and up to date. Ms. Kephart also instructs during our in-house academy, and she readily takes on tasks without hesitation. Ms. Kephart also coordinates various morale-building activities within the branch, such as baby showers and potluck luncheons. Her popularity with her peers and supervisors was evident when, during the recent loss of her mother, money was donated in order to help her defray the cost of travel expenses to attend her mom's funeral. Ms. Kephart is a single parent with 2 children in high school. She's actively involved in the TAB High School Band Boosters, serving as their president. She's also a volunteer at the Virginia Living Museum. Ms. Kephart has been employed with the division in both the WAE and permanent full-time capacity since 2002. Ms. Kephart? Congratulations. Supervisor of the Year. I'm pleased to present the Hampton Police Division's Supervisor of the Year to Ms. Kimberly Bryan. Come on up, Kim. Ms. Bryan is described by her coworkers, subordinates, and supervisors as honest, versatile, and fair. She has a great rapport with those that she works with, as is evident by being selected for this award. Ms. Bryan demonstrates a thorough knowledge of the phone and radio systems. She was instrumental in delivering the training for both of these systems. Her knowledge and confidence make her subordinates feel comfortable. One stated, "I feel at ease and know that any problem that may arise during my shift will be handled in a timely and professional manner." Although she's a supervisor, Ms. Bryan is not above answering the phones or dispatching should the need arise. She works overtime in order to allow others to have time off. Ms. Bryan is her supervisor's go-to person. She's able to handle complex tasks with efficiency and on short notice. Ms. Bryan's been employed with the division since 1996. She currently lives in York County with her son Robbie and is eagerly anticipating her upcoming marriage on April 14th.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good job.
You did a good job.
From James City County, Emergency Communications Director Julie McKercher.
Good evening. First of all, I'm so thankful that I had the wherewithal to get a great pedicure the other day because my $75 Nina pumps just gave out on me. They're under my chair over there, so I'm donning my bare toes. Tonight I'm wearing a couple of hats. The first hat I'm wearing is as the Virginia chapter of APCO president. I would like to congratulate all of you tonight on your exemplary performance year after year after year that you give to the citizens of your cities and counties in Virginia. And my second hat that I'm wearing tonight, as the director of the 911 Center in James City County, it is my honor that I present to you Rebecca Williams as the 2011 Telecommunicator of the Year for James City County. Rebecca's been with James City County for 7 years. In those 7 years, she's climbed with vigor to the rank of Master Telecommunicator. P.S. This is the second time in 7 years that she's been our Telecommunicator of the Year. Certified as a communications training instructor and possessing a general instructor's certificate through DCJS, Rebecca most recently earned her master's degree in emergency management. Rebecca's positive attitude and willingness to take on any assignment given to her has placed her in high regard with not only her supervisor, but her coworkers and those that she serves daily. Rebecca truly deserves this award, and I personally look forward to seeing what future holds her in the field of public service. Rebecca.
From the Newport News Police Department, Chief James Fox. Chief Fox.
Good evening. I don't see many uniforms around here tonight, so I can do this. On behalf of all the men and women that wear uniforms in this region, we thank you for what you do. You're very important to us. So thanks to all of you. I think we all saw the news yesterday. I happened to be in communications when I was notified of what was happening in the region. And you know, what happened in Virginia Beach could happen in any of our jurisdictions. And I think all of you probably for the last couple of days or the last 24 hours have been thinking about, suppose that would have happened in our area. And I know if it had, you'd all done an excellent job like they did in Virginia Beach. And I'd like to thank and acknowledge Virginia Beach for an outstanding job. It's hard to believe that something like that happened and there were only minor injuries. So great job. Now, I could probably give about 57 awards tonight, but I think I have 14 of our own here. If you'd all stand, thank you so much for what you do. Our communications officers, thank you. Like Debbie, I began my career in 1969 in communications, and boy, I couldn't do your job. With the technology that you have and the changing technology, you would be applauded for what you do on a daily basis. And I'm going to let Assistant Chief Sturgis give our award tonight. He happens to be the Assistant Chief in charge of communications, and the person getting the award happens to be his son's wife.
Good evening. I'd like to thank everyone for being here tonight. I'd like to thank everyone for the work that you do. You're an extremely special group of folks, and we appreciate everything you do. Like Chief Fox says, you're going to recognize the name of the last name of the Dispatcher of the Year from Newport News, and that's Stevie Sturgis. You all right? You okay? Yeah. All right. On March 14th, you were assigned to as a main call taker on midnight shift. At approximately 5:05 in the morning, you received a 911 cellular call from an extremely hysterical woman. Unable to immediately understand the exact nature of the call, you quickly entered an event for both medical and police response to the Newsom Park townhomes. After a few seconds, you were able to verify that the hysteria was due to a 3-month-old child not breathing. You were verbally applied calming techniques. You did not abate your determination to calm the panic-stricken mother, trying to draw the mother into your demeanor. Even though the mother was obviously emotionally distraught, she periodically responded to your voice and applied the CPR techniques that you were instructing. The empathy and vocal skills you displayed reflected a genuine concern for the situation at hand. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And there you go.
Now, from the City of Norfolk, I'd like to ask 911 Communications Manager Anthony Castillo to come forward.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Teresa. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to the City of Suffolk and everybody that was involved in putting this banquet together. I know it's a lot of hard work, and I'm sure ours is coming up in the next several years. First of all, I want to say thank you to all the telecommunicators that are here today, the public safety telecommunicators, and it's a tremendous effort that you guys do on a daily basis. Every day you come into work, it's not just another job, it's a profession, and it's something that you should really be proud of and get a lot of satisfaction from. I'd also like to say thank you to City of Norfolk, all of our telecommunicators that are here today. Please stand up. I'm extremely proud of the jobs that you guys do on a daily basis. Every day you come into work, and I know that from the supervisors down to Kevin Zingraff, one of our newest telecommunicators. Kevin, I'm so glad that you're here today representing the group of telecommunicators. We have a academy class going on, and this next week is the second and last week that they're going to be going through, and I'm proud of everything that they're doing, and our whole group. So, without any further ado, let me get on with the award here for Telecommunicator of the Year. Certificate of Award, City of Norfolk, Howard L. Douthit III, 911 Emergency Communications Center, Telecommunicator of the Year 2001, awarded to Angela Johnson in recognition of her outstanding and professional performance in support of Norfolk Fire Rescue. Angela, you can start coming on up while I'm reading this. Norfolk Police Department and the citizens of Norfolk. Her dedication and hard work make her one of the most valued members of any community. She maintains the highest level of professional knowledge and integrity and is looked up on her team and throughout the center. As a proven capable leader, Angela often fills in seamlessly for the on-duty supervisor. Confident as a trainer, she knows what is required of new telcos and instills that knowledge in them. During calendar year 2011, she effectively fielded 4,870 calls from citizens with 0 errors or complaints. She has been involved with the training department's quality assurance program since its inception, placing a tremendous amount of importance on education. She pursued her degree in psychology during off-duty hours. Maintaining a 4.0 GPA, she earned the President's Honor Society, Phi Theta Kappa, resulting in a full scholarship to Regent University. Angela is a star performer throughout the year, on and off duty. It is for these reasons that we proudly award Angela Johnson the Howard L. Douthit III 2011 Norfolk 911 Emergency Communications Center Telecommunicator of the Year Award, awarded this day, 7th April 2012. Angela, congratulations. Very proud of you.
From York, Pocosin, Williamsburg, Chief of Emergency Communications, Terry Hall.
Good evening. Ken, our table here is back there. I'm very proud to be here today. Joining me on this podium tonight is Sheriff Danny Diggs. He didn't get announced earlier when the other dignitaries were, but he was okay with it because he's unopposed this year, so he's just sitting back there fat, dumb, and happy. He also happens to be the president of the Virginia State Sheriff's Association as well, so I certainly wanted to recognize Sheriff Diggs and have him here on the stage with us. Over the past few years, the York County Center has become the York, Pocosin, Williamsburg Communication Center. Last year, we had a very unique year. We launched 2 new 911 systems between York County and James City County. We launched a new 911 system in Gloucester County. We've deployed a new CAD system, and we're getting ready to do some alpha testing for next generation 911, where the dispatchers will be taking text messaging and video and so on. So I'm extremely proud about the staff that we have in the York, Pocosin, Williamsburg Center, as well as what we've been able to accomplish as a region there with our partners in James City County and Gloucester. So I'm very proud to be here tonight to talk to you about our recipient of our award. She came to us from the city of Williamsburg with the consolidation. We were able to get good people from Williamsburg and also from the city of Pocosin. It's my pleasure to introduce you to Teresa Curry. This year, Teresa was nominated by her peers. We put out an all-points bulletin to our shift leaders and said, this year it's going to be up to you. It was a unanimous selection, and it was because of her constant leadership. And she was like a ship with having all three sails up this past year. She was constant, and we're very proud of the work that she's done. Sheriff Diggs?
So we'd like to present this plaque to Teresa Curry, Dispatcher of the Year 2011, for outstanding professionalism and personal commitment to serving the citizens of York County, Poquoson, and Williamsburg. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Additionally, this past year, I've had the privilege of serving on the APCO International Board of Directors, and I've been very fortunate to travel. And I can tell you this, hands down, the dispatchers of Hampton Roads, Virginia, are second to none anywhere across the country. And there's many things to be proud about, and Virginia is looked up upon from the dispatch perspective as being leaders. So congratulations to all of you.
I'd like to ask Police Chief Ed Hargis from Portsmouth Police to come forward.
Good evening, everybody. From Portsmouth, would the Portsmouth 911 Telecommunicators please stand, be recognized? Thank you. Up here with me is Chris Patterson, our PSAP manager. He wanted to come up because he wanted to sing. So, Chris. Okay. Before I announce our Dispatcher of the Year for 2011, I just wanted to say, for all the telecommunicators, you have my utmost respect. I started as a dispatcher a long time ago. Before all the technology came out, we had the little white cards that you had to fill out when you got a call, and you shot them to somebody else, and they dispatched the calls. And of course, what you do with technology now is absolutely amazing. I could not do it, so I'm glad I got out of it a long time ago, before that came around. You also deserve a lot of credit for dealing with the citizens that call you, because when they call 911, obviously they're not having a great day, and you do a great job on getting the needed services out there. And of course, most importantly, you put up with the people that think they know everything, the cops on the street. So, for 2011, it's my pleasure to announce our Dispatcher of the Year for the Portsmouth Police Department. We had a busy year last year. We had over 293,000 phone calls from citizens that resulted in the 222,000 police calls and 18,000 fire and EMS calls. Our Dispatcher of the Year was nominated by our supervisor, Keith Freeze, and then was selected by the police department's executive staff. In 2011, she dispatched more than 9,100 calls, all without incident, and also answered just under 11,000 emergency and non-emergency phone calls. She recognized the need to train and mentor new personnel and assisted in the training of 5 new dispatchers during the year. She also stepped up and worked many extra hours to ensure the minimum staffing levels were met in our communications center. She's a model dispatcher that requires very little supervision and always displays a positive attitude. She shows respect, integrity, and has an extraordinary high level of customer service and excellence. For her continued excellent performance in keeping with the highest traditions of the police department, it gives me great pleasure to announce the 2011 Portsmouth Police Dispatcher of the Year, Ms. Marvette Knight.
From Virginia Beach, I'd like to have Director of Emergency Communications, Athena Plummer, come forward.
And if you'll bear with me for a few minutes. First, I want to thank Suffolk and your banquet committee for doing a wonderful job hosting this. There's a lot of work that goes into it. Virginia Beach has already started for hosting that next year. and I'm watching the young ladies and gentlemen put all that extra time and effort into trying to replicate what you all have done, so thank you. I'd also like to make sure to say thank you to all the public safety emergency telecommunicators for choosing this profession, or the profession chose you. And we look forward to you being more than just the 3% who retires from this profession. Can our of the year recipients start to make their way up? And anyone who is here representing Virginia Beach, if you can stand. As you know, yesterday was a incredible day for the city of Virginia Beach. At 12:05, we received the first call of a possible jet down. And in less than 3 minutes, the boots on the ground were on the scene. It was really closer to just a little bit over 2 minutes that they were on the scene and taking care of what had to be handled. Within that first hour, we handled over 230 calls for service related to the crash. And as you know, by what occurred yesterday, it's incredible the way it turned out, that no lives have been lost. We engaged not only our 911, but also our 311. And the resources that came available, I know we had backfill from Chesapeake, Norfolk, and Portsmouth that came over to assist. Everything went seamlessly. The practice, the training, the seriousness that we take for this job that we do as the first of the first responders ensured that everything that needed to get done on the back end, while the boots on the ground were on the front end, it did occur. And I just want to acknowledge not only the people from the city of Virginia Beach, but the Hampton Roads region, because that's what made that incident from yesterday successful. We have 4 recipients, and then we're going to do our Telecommunicator of the Year. I'll try to shorten it some. I know we are next to the last ones before you get to your dancing and partying. Our 2011 Call Taker of the Year is Carmen Van Voris. Carmen has been a member of Virginia Beach 911 since July 2009. Her nomination refers to her excellent customer service skills and her enthusiasm to excel as a 911 professional. She is a committed team member and has progressed very well in her training. She's dedicated, always willing to help her coworkers. She's known to always put the needs of others before her own. She has excellent multitasking skills and can be depended upon to efficiently assist the radio dispatcher while working on the dispatch support and animal control positions, and she is progressing to a full dispatcher. Carmen is a dedicated member of Virginia Beach 911 and actively participates on many committees. She just became a communications training officer. She displays a positive attitude and contributes to a team atmosphere through her willingness to assist her coworkers and supervisors without hesitation. Congratulations, Carmen. Our 2011 Dispatcher of the Year is Ms. Leanne Story. Leanne has been a member of Virginia Beach 911 since 2004. Her nomination refers to her strong work ethic and her dedication to the department, as well as her display of the organizational values. She always maintains control when working the radios and is very conscientious in her work. Her job performance is stellar, no matter what situation she faces. She's always assisting her coworkers, supervisors, internal and external customers. She always displays a positive attitude. She is a member of our Relay for Life Committee, Recruit Ambassador Program, Emergency Preparedness Committee, Mentor Team, and serves as the chairperson for the Recognition Committee. Leanne is currently taking online classes at Jacksonville State University, working on her degree in emergency management. Our 2011 Training Officer of the Year is Melissa Missy Andrews. She is a committed member of the training division, serving as a communications training officer since 2006. She was recently promoted to Master Public Safety Telecommunicator on November 16th. Her nominations refer to her enthusiastic approach to all training assignments and her dedication to not only the people she is actively training, but those that are working around her on a daily basis. I guarantee if you are in Missy's presence, you will be laughing at some point before you go home for the day. It was also noted that she has embraced her new duties as a Master PSAT and that she is well respected by her coworkers and supervisory staff. She works well as a team with both the training staff and supervisors to ensure the trainee is receiving the best instruction and support for success. The nomination stated that Missy ensures her recruits have a thorough knowledge of what she has taught them and that they are comfortable with all the information she provides. Missy is the epitome of an excellent training officer and 911 professional. Thank you. Our 2011 Supervisor of the Year is Ms. Barbara Garvin. Yes, you do. Barbara was promoted to Operations Supervisor in December of 2006. Her nomination refers to her excellent customer service and professionalism. It was noted that she is always professional and respectful when dealing with employees, and she makes her employees feel valued. Barbara has a strong knowledge of policy and procedure and is always willing to share her knowledge with employees. She has a strong work ethic and goes above and beyond to ensure she provides the best possible guidance and leadership to members of Virginia Beach 911. Barbara often mentors her employees to take on new assignments and tasks within the division, and she's also our representative on the Emergency Preparedness Committee with our Emergency Operations Center. Congratulations. And they don't know who's being announced as the Telecommunicator of the Year. The Virginia Beach 911 Telecommunicator of the Year was selected by the selection board from the recipients of the award category Call Taker, Dispatcher, and Communications Training Officer. The purpose of this award is to provide a means whereby deserving public safety emergency telecommunicators receive official recognition for outstanding job performance and service. Selection criteria includes outstanding performance and/or overall performance in the duties of Virginia Beach 911 emergency telecommunicator, outstanding personal performance during the receipt, processing, and/or dispatch of an incident, outstanding multitasking skills, demeanor, professionalism, and willingness to adapt to change. The 2011 nomination refers to this employee's dedication, professionalism, leading by example, and willingness to assist in all aspects of operations when asked. This person who I'm going to present this award to is always positive, she's always honest, she knows how to be tactful, yet she knows how to jump in and assist and make sure that everything gets done all the way until it's complete. The Virginia Beach 911 Telecommunicator of the Year is Ms. Leanne Story.
And from the City of Suffolk, Deputy Chief Larry Wilson.
I'd like to have Sergeant Sandy Springle come on up with Communications Operator Ms. Duncan, please. Just a quick story. Debbie was probably right. Yes, I like to talk on the radio as a young patrolman. And it was fortunate, Debbie, while being dispatcher, I sometimes had to serve as the officer there at headquarters. And Debbie's desire to be a policeman is what actually caused me my most concern, because it meant that I had to train another dispatcher. And I wasn't very good at it to begin with. But Debbie did a great job, and I think truly enjoyed her role as a dispatcher, and then also that transition to the police department. So again, thanks, Debbie, for the earlier comments. But tonight we're here to actually honor our Emergency Communications Operator of the Year, ECOS, Nicole Duncan. Nicole Duncan has been chosen as the 2011 Emergency Communications Operator of the Year. This honor was awarded to her in part for her overall work that she does on a daily basis, her dedication to the Emergency Communications Center, but also because she regularly takes on ancillary duties to assist the Communications Center and the department as a whole. ECOS Duncan is a VISA and NCIC instructor for the police department. She is trained as the emergency medical dispatch quality control and is also called upon to review EMD calls in question. In addition, ECOS Duncan is also a member of the Supervisors Communications Committee. ECOS Duncan maintains a professional and efficient center at all times and is well respected by everyone both as a leader and a fellow ECO. She has built a team of dedicated, professional, and hardworking employees and leads them towards the department's mission, goals, and objectives. ECOS Duncan's hard work, dedication, and professionalism led to her selection, and tonight, Nicole Duncan is being honored as Suffolk Emergency Communications Operator of the Year.
Thank you.
Oh, one more photo.
Thank you.
We do have a couple of additions tonight, very short. I'd like to ask Dispatch Supervisor Del Shannon to come forward.
Good evening, everyone. I'm a little tired, but I'm glad to see everyone here. It's nice to see faces to the voices that we speak to daily and nightly, and it's just been a great time trying to put this together, a tiresome time putting this together, but we had fun doing it. We started with TGIF in the summer. We did bake sales, auctions. We did lunches. We worked the City Hall. That's what we did. We worked the City Hall. We walked the City Hall. But I know in the last couple of weeks we've been telling everyone to make your checks out to ECHO, E-C-H-O. And just to give you just a real brief of what ECHO is Emergency Communicators Helping Others. And we really, really, really wanted to put that into use. And when we started everything, with our first committee meeting, we decided we wanted to give to a charity, but we didn't know how, what we was going to do, what we was going to give. We had to make money first. So something dear to our hearts that we started talking about from day one was we wanted to do something with our youth. We know a lot of times they're not thought about with illnesses, et cetera. You know, we always think about diabetes, et cetera. We're talking about with adults. We know that our adults have diabetes. We're quickly to say they're diabetics. But our juveniles also have diabetes as well. And we have decided to give to our charity, I sound a little nervous, I'm tired. We have decided to give to Juvenile Diabetes Foundation, and Renita Goodwin, my co-chair for this year and senior dispatcher and my friend, found that this was something very dear in our city, that we have an organization or foundation right here locally. And what we have found is that we have a Donna Moore. She wanted to be here tonight, and along with her son, he's 16 years old now, and he has been a diabetic since he was 10 years old, using insulin. So with that, we're going to donate or give $500 to our charity that we're going to be much, much involved in, because we know there's a basketball game in July. So our dispatchers, some kind of way, we're going to put ourselves out there. We know last year they had it at Booker T. And this is the mother of the son. His name is Kenny. And Kenny has a Kenny's Praise team that he really supports with that. So with our dispatchers, we're going to call on some other dispatchers from other cities to come out and help support. If you can, we thought we'd put a little twist in our program this year by giving to a charity. That's something that we're giving back because we had so many people to help us get to this night. So I hope you enjoy yourself, and because we surely are going to have a good time with our band that we have. They're fabulous. The music is going to be dynamite, and just enjoy. Okay. What am I supposed to do? You're good. A few other things we're going to do up here just real quickly, too, because, we had to squeeze ourselves on the program. Well, we already know now that Virginia Beach is going to be hosting this banquet next year, so good luck to you. If all the Suffolk dispatchers, if you could all stand and maybe come this way. So we got a little something we want to do. Remember, this is just put together. Actually, this is from the incident that took place yesterday in Virginia Beach. And we know how it is when we're getting that one call and you never know what that call is going to be when you pick it up. And we know for Virginia Beach, as she spoke, it was definitely, I'm sure it was the call. So this is what we're going to give you right off. We have something called a Happy Bucket that was given to us back in 2008. As some of you may remember, and this is from one of my girls, young ladies here in our communication center that typed this up for me to read, so I got glasses on tonight. As some of you may remember, the city of Suffolk was hit by a tornado in April 2008. Our staff had never experienced anything like that in our careers. The amount of calls our 911 center received was like no other. In the days following our disaster, our comrades from Virginia Beach 911 reached out to us. They delivered what they called a Happy Bucket. It was full of candy. It was explained that this Happy Bucket in their center was for times when you have a bad day. Now, this Happy Bucket was a sand bucket filled to the top with assorted candies, and we all know how dispatchers love candies. So as you all know, our comrades at Virginia Beach 911 made national news yesterday when a military jet crashed into the residential neighborhood, and we can only imagine what they faced on their disaster with the countless calls from the citizens and radio traffic they received from emergency responders. So we at the Suffolk Police Emergency Communications Center would like to pay back the kindness, the gesture to Virginia Beach 911 with not one but 2 Happy Buckets. Congratulations on a job well done.
I'm told there's one more tradition that we have to do tonight. Could we have all of our dispatchers and call takers that are here tonight stand up? Everyone, let's give them a round of applause. Okay, you can't sit down yet. Everyone with less than 5 years, please have a seat. Everyone with less than 10 years, please have a seat. Everyone with less than 15 years, please have a seat. Everyone with less than 20 years, please have a seat. Everyone with less than 25 years, please have a seat. Less than 26 years? Less than 27 years? Less than 28 years? Less than 29 years? Less than 30? Less than 31? Less than 34? Less than 35? All right! And exactly how many years is it? How many years is it? 36 years. Congratulations. You have heard tonight how hard the banquet committee has worked on this event. I know for over a year they have been working, and like Dell said, they have worked City Hall. So we'd like to say thank you and give them a round of applause as well. To give our closing remarks tonight, I'm going to ask Deputy Chief Larry Wilson to come forward, and we're going to let him give away the grand door prize as well. Thank you all for being with us tonight.
And I promise this is not going to be much longer. But again, so we can open it up for the dancing and the music again. But once again, from Chief Bennett, who regrets that he was unable to be here tonight, thank you all so much for coming to Suffolk and making this a special, special event for Suffolk Communicators and all of you, because that's truly who it was meant for. It's an amazing job that you do every day. I was thinking I wasn't going to be able to say anything, but 36 years, wow. Man, how many strings did they run away from the building there? But it's amazing what has happened and the advances that have taken place. If the actual committee will come forward so that they can get a picture together before the end of the event and before everyone breaks up. But we would also like to thank the band again for the fantastic music and what they'll be playing the remainder. Thank you all for attending and have a great night.
Just on the ending, we know we've had a wonderful MC for tonight, and it was really no choice but Debbie George. And the sad thing about it is that I remember her coming in as a dispatcher, and yes, Chatterbox was definitely busy on the radio. But just in honor of just helping us tonight get through what we had to get through. Debbie, we have a little something for you since you had such a hard job. But we thought maybe you would enjoy a massage after tonight. Thank you so very much. Thank you.